So hello guys and welcome. Give me a sec for all of that. And yes, we are gonna be looking to get into a matchup today. It is gonna be potentially 7D's versus the side of FES Academy, Bhava. So FES, of course, one of the contenders teams in the Pacific region right now, and having some academy teams going on right here, right now, into our matchup. And since we are on the Asian client, potentially going to be going over to the Japanese server, as we do have Team 70s of that region to begin with. Anyway, though, my name is Dax, and it seems like we are going to be starting pretty soon. We'll just be setting things up along the way. My name is Shrine, same. Oh, okay. Nice. Perfect. Thank you. I didn't even need to ask, so let me get a pen real quick. Where is my yellow pads? I'm dodging on stream, guys. I'm dodging on stream. But anyway, grab a pen as well. And I do this usually for broadcasts that don't always just have English language stuff. Let's see. Shrine and a shrine. So 7D's shrine versus FES shrine, which is interesting. So we'll be calling it that way in just a bit. But in the meantime, oh, how do we say those names? So how to say non-English names for broadcast? Like I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure right now. I'm gonna need some help, guys. I'm gonna need some help for this. But anyway, guys, we are gonna be seeing this map pool for today, of course, as is the OD standard. Ilios, Oasis, Busan for map number 1, Kings Road, Nambani, Iconwell for map number 2, Dorado, Rialto, Havana for map number 3, we got Nubis, Hanamura, Anvil Sky for 4, and for the 5th, this is gonna be a repeat of basically the first map pool without the one that was picked in the first place. That is Jinja. Okay, so it is gonna be Jinja on the blue hand side for the side of 70s. Sounds good. Seems like my pen doesn't want to work, so we're gonna have to get another one. And it is this time, it is gonna be a broken pencil. And one more time into another one. Finally, we have a dull pencil that works here. 7D's does have Jinja. Jinja. In the meantime, what's the Thai name? How about the Thai name? I want to know. I want to know how to say these things. I always want to be able to just like, hey, this is what the name is called. You know, you gotta give them the proper credit. His name is Soccer. He's ringing. Okay. So it is gonna be Soccer here for FES Academy. It is gonna be Soccer. So we're gonna get the post-it note there, ready for that one. Dude, we're always prepared. Professional quality here. And now in the Daks PH stuff. Thank you for the raid, man. Bog raid. Thank you for the raid. We're gonna get started really soon, ladies and gentlemen, for this matchup. Of course, there is going to be a stream delay, as we do want to go with the OD standard. We are going to have that 3-minute stream delay, and of course there isn't going to be any of those alerts. But thank you for the raid as soon as this comes out, as we are waiting on. So in the meantime, guys, let's just get a quick low count of who's here for 7 days. The roster consisting of Kira 44, Smurf. We also have Jinja, Awesome, Saika, Nozel, Epix, Ramona, and Carrie Potter. In the meantime, here for the side of FES, it's gonna be a little different. Of course, it is gonna be having like the story about FES Academy. So basically, Far East Society, Contender Specific Team decided to make some of these academy teams. I know they have 3. One of them did already disband, but Bhava looking pretty strong. It is Raxis, Smile, Unknown, Linzer, who just gave it with the raid, Easy Clap, Shrine, Rebirths, one of my old pupils, and Forgiven. So in this matchup, guys, we are going to see Kira 44, Ramono. We also have Jinja, Nozzle, Awesome, and Smurf for the side of 7Ds. The Japanese squad have been playing for quite a while already. I know we've been screaming them before the past year when we were setting up for Team PH. In the meantime, FES Academy, Shrine, Easy Clap, Unknown, Smile, we have Soccer, and Linzer, as you've been seeing. And FES Academy has been a surprise to many. They've been working so hard to get better and better into the scene, and maybe meet their sister team all the way in the Contendees region. Beyond that, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be time to get into this one as soon as both teams are ready to start off. We do have 7D's on the blue hand side, and on the red it is going to be FES Academy Bhava. Let's call them Bhava for short. Beyond that, I'm Daks. If you guys don't know about me, I've been casting some Overwatch since 2017. Took a little break as well to focus on team, especially World Cup, but now we are back in action, and I'm looking to do as much OD as I can, trying to get at least one match per day. Probably that's gonna be the standard. Of course, last week we weren't able to. On the Saturday, I had a gig for Pokemon in the Philippines, and the second one we were supposed to have a match, but unfortunately it ended up as a forfeits. So this time it is going to be the revenge of the matches, and we are going to be able to get some coverage going. Hopefully we are not going to have any stream issues for today. No volcano gonna explode at any time soon like it was before. So we were able to, what we were able to broadcast was NGV versus Tear Gas Warrior and NGV versus Kaizen. This time it's 7D's versus FES Academy. And let's get into the action right here, right now. Ilios gonna be our first map. Let's turn on the music. Let's turn on the sounds. I remember the first time we did this, we forgot to unmute the desktop audio. But anyway, let's get into this one. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this matchup. Of course, we're gonna have a little high ping as we are gonna be on the Japanese server. Beyond that, you know, coming from SEA, it is what it is. First map out of 5, first 3, gonna be able to take this. And I hope you guys are doing good tonight. And this is gonna be Kira Ramono. We also have Jinja, Nozzle, Awesome Smurf on the blue, as we said before, and his opponents: Shrine, Easy Clap, Unknown Smile, Soccer, and Linzer.
Ready for battle.
So we are gonna have any kind of stream issues, we're just gonna make sure that the recording will be stopped. We'll be getting the VOD itself instead. So hopefully we are gonna have a good experience into this one. And it is gonna be a dawn of the new Overwatch very soon. Heavier nerfs coming to the double shield, heavier nerfs to the Han. So the May untouched, sure, but it might just be a byproduct of the meta if she gets phased out. In the meantime, look at this here for Unknown. The Diva, quicker thruster cooldown, goes fast as much as possible. And this might be the start of something new, ladies and gents, as this has been the tier-crafted lineup coming our way. The Ball as well as the Diva can be the dive composition of the future. Fire Mercy very potent as well, especially if there isn't going to be hit scan on the other side. The Hans sure can get an arrow throw into the skylines, but it's still the projectile nature. Unknown though taking the first hit already. Really going for the top up as much as possible, getting a top up rather from the Mercy, and that was the new Discord orb target. Very interesting there from Awesome, looking to get the mech right there, right then. Smurf in the meantime, first frag onto the Thai side, and that is gonna be Soccer falling on down. Ramono though kills the Wrecking Ball. Shrine going down, Lindsay down for the count. And 7D's good starting points. Onto the point they go, pushes forward, and Double Shield still showing its strength in this scenario. So Double Shield, Double Sniper, Zen, but Cease. It does have that shield break quantity, but they will need to play a little closer to allow that Zen to get those proper Discord orbs. It's all up to Smurf as well to play the long range game, especially here on Ilios Ruins. This is the perfect map to play the Widowmaker since Season 1, since the start, since the dawn of Overwatch. And it is going to be no different regardless of that meta. Anyway though, Smurf looking for a shot or two. Easy Clap in the meantime, topping up Soccer along the way. Looking to play the pocket with the Far Mercy. Interesting pairing though, Mercy and the Lucio. Not really the best in terms of that ground assault. You're not gonna have too much healing into this one. And Bhava might struggle to sustain, especially if Ramono and Smurf can get those shots on going in the first place. Nozzle though, Rock connecting, takes care of Smile already. Unknown all alone, will get taken down there as well. And seems like the Ball Diva not working out here for Bhava. Might be better to just swap on back to the standard, move over to the double shield. We'll see though if Bhava can practice with one down, and it's gonna be a takedown there. And here we still have the Orisa out in front, trying to block as much shots as possible against the Widowmaker of Linzer. Anyway, those 7D's gonna be able to take that position. So remember guys, 7D's is one of the two 7D teams. I believe there is Team 7D's. This is this one. and they also have a sister team, just 7D. So it's kind of hard to figure out, so we'll just remember they call them with the apostrophe S. They own the 7D's band, perhaps. Is that how it works? Smurf, though, gonna get sat down by Linzer. Beautiful shot there, but Nozzle in the meantime will get that Flux on going. Unknown now gonna be the target. Rock will try to connect, smacks into the wall instead. But it has been all 7D's so far, 88% and counting. And it looks like there isn't gonna be a stopping point anytime soon. Ramona in the meantime facing off against Shrine. Good moves there from the Lucio, but just not gonna be enough. And here comes the Dragon coming to the point, looking for a takedown or two. Nozzle and Awesome gonna try to keep the top up going. Here we go with the Transcendence though, and Kira getting on the board. Linzer in the meantime goes for the shot, and it's gonna be the Widowmaker popping off and popping heads. Can Linzer get enough done? Smurf in the meantime trying to go for the fight, gets a tag onto the shoulder, doesn't get a takedown as of yet. Nozzle in the meantime all alone onto the point, going for the rock, doesn't get it, will get taken down instead by the Widow. Oh no, it is gonna be Linzer taking care of the counterparts, and Nozzle blows himself up. Team 2 of FES Academy Bhava gets the points on back. So anyway, by this point in time, Bhava gonna be able to take the ground that they need. They are gonna be able to push into places that they were not able to do so before. We'll see how this is gonna pan out. There's gonna be the ball and the Diva trying to set things up. Big bomb from Unknown might be in the cards, but Bhava cannot give ground whatsoever. They are gonna be down in terms of that percentage and need to be careful how to play this out. Still though, it is gonna be interesting. Nozzle swaps over to the Roadhog. Awesome onto the Brigitte, and the blue hand side will decide to go for the push all the way in. Now this Roadhog trying to punish that Wrecking Ball will be able to get it. Something dropped away to the back line. Just not gonna be enough of that takedown. Kira 44 did go for the eye field early. Seems like it just didn't blow up. It wasn't gonna be in the proper sightlines there. Beautiful shield play here from Jinja. And Shrine and Easy Clap letting rip their ultimates. It's gonna be a frag here and now for the side of Bhava, but they are gonna be down on members. Very early ultimates here. Good coalescence though. Takes care of the Roadhog. And by this point in time, it's going to be up to Smurf to get the shots ongoing. Shrine, though, the Reddit Lucia out in front, playing so aggressive. And it pans out very well here for the side of Bhava. They are turning things around. They are coming back in terms of percentage. Good start there from Linzer a while ago to trade things back to get those frags. And now it's going to be up to the rest of his team to get the job done. Still, though, Awesome on that Brig might be able to be a game changer. Ramono getting the Dragon Strike on the one. And the two supports down for the count, courtesy of that Hanzo. Linzer, though, on the high ground yet again. Will it be enough? Awesome with a whip shot onto Soccer, and the Tracer will go down. Here we go though, still with the rally. Whole Hog into play as well. And this is gonna be 7D's getting the point on back, trying to stay away from the mines though. Still though, the backline being hampered by the Wrecking Ball and the Lucia. Overtime ticking away, someone needs to touch. And it is gonna be Easy Clap getting onto the board. The Moira being bounced around, really low HP, will get taken down. Still though, here comes Soccer trying to get the zip on in. And trying to get the frag there. Kira 44 getting back on the board. The Brigade, the Batiste rather, 2 kills here and now. And the BNB connection from the supports, able to get frag after frag. A lot of damage potential from both the Brigade as well as the Batiste. It seems like the Baby Dita is just not gonna load in terms of that model. But beyond that, 7D's with 100 to 88. It was a good fight though from Bhava. It looked really dicey at the start, but they were able to come back to a point. Just not enough. 7D's getting things back, swapping over to a bit of that anti-dive composition, especially with the Brig on play. And the Roadhog also playing a key role, getting a few hooks along the way. Anyway though, we are going to see potential swaps. Will this be the dive composition as well here and now from 7D's? The thing about the control maps, it does have a lot of potential to play the dive. Right now, the standard still is to play the double shield in other map types, but here in a brawl on King of the Hill, you can play the speedy route. Anyway, we did get Awesome swap over from that Lucia to that Mercy. It is going to be that initial speed boost, get them in position. And you can really see that discipline here from both sides, trying to get a proper spot, trying to get that first opening volley. Ramona though, looking to face off against Smile, as well as the Pharah of the other side. And in the meantime, zipping on away. And on the flip side, this is Soccer quite low already. Has to play by the blinks, has to play pretty safe. Ramona in the meantime, already in position by the points. And 7D's transitioning to go for that objective. Kira 44 though has to hide. The Ana might get spotted mid-transition. In the meantime, here comes the Wrecking Ball. Went for that pile driver. Smile giving chase. And the initial frag, the initial capture here for 7D's. It does go into the favor. And Smurf is just fragging out, playing to his namesake. 2 kills on the board. Takes care of the composition as well as the opposition. And this is Smurf giving chase. Smile gonna be frowning after that one. Pulse Bomb is available. And the Tracer just feeling the heat so far. Still though, Unknown gonna be there. Here we go, the Pulse Bomb trying to set up a mine. But Linz are gonna get the takedown. Good chase there from the Red Tracer. Pops the recall to get on away. Nozzle in the meantime actually gonna decide to go for that reset. And this is gonna be an opportunity here for Bhava to get in position. They can go for the push. Still though, Blink on and Sleep Dart now will connect courtesy of Kira 44. And the Pharah gonna drop on down. Ramona gonna get that takedown there. Smurf in the meantime giving chase. And the Moira looking to get on away. Still though, Ramona into the front lines, into the skylines. And the shots now keeping on coming. Smurf gonna get that tag on down there. And then Rocket Barrage is available though. Can he get kill onto Easy Clap? And seems like the Rocket will connect by that point in time. 3 frags on the board here for 7D's. And they have been so dominant so far in this map. They are looking to come on up. But Linzer! Beautiful pulse bomb as soon as Ramosa goes over there. Smurf in the meantime though resurrected up. Awesome! Giving him that thumbs up. And right here, right now, the blue hand side of 7D's just in control of this one. Still though, it is going to be Smurf going into the backline. 4 ultimates here for Bhava. They can go for an explosive finale just to get their starts onto that point. In the meantime, Nozzle can potentially do the same. Ramona though, first frag already. Good positioning here and now from the Diva. And Ramona nano boosted up, already got in 3 frags on the board. The action staying on the outside. We haven't seen much of the inside here and now. Self-destruct though from Unknown. Not gonna get the frag at any point in time. Highly unfortunate because it could have been a good position there. And desperation time here and now from Bhava. They needed that Diva to touch, is able to do so. Still though, here comes Soccer. Gonna get fragged up by Ramona yet again. And this Farah has shown that he has something to prove. 7D's just completely in command. And Linzer the only one left trying to get on back. Here comes the Tracer. Might get taken down. Gonna blink off the abyss after the ball gets the boop. And 7D's with the first victory of our match. Play of the game goes over to that ball. And that is going to be Jinja showing them how it's done. Good round all around to both our teams, to both our players, to both our sides. But beyond that, 7D's showed dominance not once but twice. They gave up Ruins though and they went for a swap in a pretty interesting manner. Unknown in the meantime getting back on the board for his team. 3 gold medals to take the lead. But it might be Bhava trying to reset, trying to figure things out and go for a different approach into that second game. Mono just able to outclass in that Farah fight. So very well done from Ramono there, just dominating the skylines in so many instances. Linzer in the meantime was trying to turn things around, especially on Ruins. You can see that's Widowmaker able to get things done. But now it is going to be Bhava's time to pick a map, and we'll be right back in just a minute, guys. We'll set things up and move on to map number 2. Okay guys, so welcome back, and it seems like our game number 2 is gonna be King's Row. Sounds good here and now. What happened to Overwatch though? Seems like I turned it on again. Well, we are gonna be going into map number 2. The first map did go in the way though of 7D's. Will they be able to do the same? Seems like swaps though are gonna be on the sides, and 7D's gonna be on that first attack in this instance. So how you guys doing tonight? Hope you guys are enjoying the show. And of course, the winning side is able to pick which side they want to be in. We are going to be at the hybrid map type, and of course we get our standard King's Row. King's Row has always been that fan favorite, has been the favorite of so many to play on in so many instances. And it also is a matter of discipline. Knowing how to play King's Row is pretty much the first starting point of any team. You start King's Row and you move on to different maps. You move on to more open maps. You move on to all those kinds of unique characteristics. But King's Row has a lot of things about it. It has that open area at the start, it has that tight area in the middle, and it opens up again a little bit onto the third. Holy crap! Happy Chinese New Year, guys, by the way! And it seems like there is going to be a fireworks display. Unfortunate, but Kong, I don't know how to say it properly, honestly, but I hope you guys are having a good one. You know, fireworks are very surprising because we're not really in a pretty Chinese neighborhood, but it is what it is. We go into King's Row. If you hear some fireworks, that might be from the game, that might be from the stream mic itself. I wish we had, you know, a soundproof system, but beyond that, let's get into this one. To map number 2 out of 5 and 7D's 2 map win away to actually get the win here and now. Thank you guys for all the follows. Thank you guys for all the supports. And we are going to be keeping on with this one till the fat lady sings. And by that, I mean one of these two teams go down in an instant. We did start a little late, both sides requesting to start at 8:30 instead of the usual 8. Good to see them though, just have an agreement and be ready to go for this game. Anyway, let's talk about the defense first here for Bhava. It is going to be that Sen, Batiste, Double Shield, Hanzo, and the Mei. Pretty much meta in its standards. And that's what I was talking about the previous game. On Control, like on Ilios, they have so many different kinds of maps. So many compositions can work. Lighthouse, well as Ruins. All unique from each other. But compare this to King's Row, where it does have that basic identity. Payload maps, of course, are easily protected as well by Double Shield in many instances. And right now, they are going to be setting things up. High ground here and now for the Hanzo, the Zen, but he's going to be there as well. Smile in the meantime, we'll be covering that front line. And on the opposite end, we see the Far of Ramono looking to take the skylines yet again. He was so impressive in the last one. And can he do the same into this? Shieldo play from Unknown. Taking the high ground for a Sigma, pretty standard by this point in time. You get some artillery strikes, basically with your Hyper Spears, and get some good sightlines for the rocks and those shield movements. Now, it is also important to take that high ground, but Unknown with a beautiful rock trips Ramona up. Gonna get that takedown, and as I was gonna say, you take these high grounds because your shield isn't as tanky as it was before. 900 HP on that Sigma shield, as well as just how mobile Sigma can be in the first place in terms of that flotation device that is his feet. He doesn't really have any mobility per se, but he can move around with his shield, and the flexibility, rather, that's the term we're looking for. The flexibility with shield placement, it what allows the Sigma to basically play a different angle from the Orisa. Before, the meta was Orisa Shield, Sigma Shield, Protect, and Brawl, due to the fact that both shields could stay up in succession. But now, they crack like glass. And the blue hand side of Bhava, gonna be playing on the high, playing on the low. Still though, we have 7D's trying to invade. Unknown in the meantime has been doing such a good job on the Sigma so far. Linzer setting things up with a wall as well. Ramono in the meantime trying to charge up that barrier. And that's gonna be the first frag there. Shrine will get caught backing on out. Good frag there from Smurf. But the rotation here from Bhava trying to play the attackers into this one. And 7D's will have to get away from that Amp Matrix. Still though, Unknown blocking those rockets, preventing Ramono from getting that clutch rocket barrage. Isol right here, right now from Linzer. It's time to go for the Blizzard. Still though, Nozzle gonna get that takedown. Ramono still in the skies with that barrage booping the Hanzo of Blue away, and Soccer gonna get kicked off into that one. Still Nozzle in the meantime gets the flux earlier, and the rocket barrage for good measure. 7D's, it took them a slog, it took them a while, but by this point in time, this is their opportunity to get the capture. Not the worst way to go about things as well. They used the barrage, they used the flux. They might want to swap back though to that double barrier. They went for the ball just in case they need to. Anyway, 4 minutes on the clock. Good timer here and now. And in the meantime, as we move over to the blue hand side and their defense, Shrine will take a while to come on back. There he is already. Linzer in the meantime playing on the inside, but look at that. Potentially flanking with that Hanzo. Smurf trying to get in position for any kind of antics to begin with. Anyway, though, by this point in time, it's going to be a Dragon Strike coming to the center. Beautiful halt there from the side of 7D's, but it's just not enough. I feel there from Easy Clap saving the day. He's Flux right now into the Dragon Strike as well, lifting on up, forcing them down. I Field is set yet again, but both sides keeping it cool. Not any casualties so far. Still to the high ground does go Soccer, trying to just face off against Smurf in that instance. And 7D's has been heavily slowed here by Bhava. They've been doing such a good job for going for the chokeholds, for slowing down, good rotations here from FES Academy. It does seem like they are learning a thing or two from being part of the ARG. Solo Matrix is set on up, Unknown with the rock as well. In the meantime, Easy Clap bouncing along. And here the blue hand side of FES Academy Bhava forcing 7D's to rethink the strategy. They have to take a while to actually come on there. Easy Clap almost gets shot by Smurf. That was so close. But seems like risk is going to be higher than reward sometimes. Anyway though, here we go with the Blizzard already. Who's it gonna be? Linzer! Oh, it gets eaten up and he gets frozen instead. A taste of his own medicine perhaps. I-Fields are set already and it seems like 7D's winning the Gadget War so far. And awesome. They get the first frag there. The small little things that 7D's is doing is allowing them to take the advantage. Eating the Blizzard. Absolutely huge. Well done there to Nozzle. And by this point in time, 7D's is coming closer and closer to the midpoint of the second point of King's Road. The thing about going through the bar, going through the corners, it does allow you to fight in the T-junction instead from an S to a T. Different shape, different letters, but a little easier to siege because you have more different opportunities to go for the flank. Anyway though, Unknown with the Flux, does he actually get a grab? Yes, he does. Nozzle by the tail end. The Sigma now the target. Unfortunately, he lands into the Dragon Strike. And that is going to be a Transcendence here. And now from Shrine, a little too late. Beautiful Ice Wall there from Ramono. It's time for Nozzle to lift everyone up again. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And still, Easy Clap trying to save the day. I feel will go down already. And does the Batiste fall on over as well. Shrine right now gonna look more like a desecrated area instead. Linzer in the meantime all alone. And the Maze slowly but surely trying to back on out. Second point here should be captured by 7D's. Easily done with 3 minutes now on the clock. But the good thing that Bhava is doing by this point in time is they have been playing the all game to such a good degree. They play on the chokeholds, they play long, they make these fights go longer than they should. But unfortunately for them, they're still losing out pretty systematically, automatically, and that's where 7D's is able to take advantage, win fights outright. Already get the block on, get the takedown on the Linzer. Smile in the meantime with the counter kill. Here we go with the Amp Matrix from both sides, but 7D's with the proper spot, with the proper position. Good frag though from Soccer, gets Ramona out of nowhere. The 2 shield tanks trying to push that payload to the brink. But beyond that, this is going to be a slower siege here from 7D's. They need to wait for their DPS to get back in position. And it's dangerous here right now for Jinja. He is going to be caught by the ice wall, able to get away in time. Linzer not getting proper angle apparently. In the meantime though, onto the high ground still stays Smurf. And by this point in time, it's a brawl for that top spot. It's a brawl for that second floor. And the Dragon will consume Easy Clap already. Smurf actually getting into this one. Awesome in the meantime. Ready with a trans. Sees Linzer go for the reset. And this is going to be a last-ditch effort. A last chance here and now for the side of Bhava to defend. 7D's able to still have a pretty good time back in many instances. Flux right here, right now. Gonna be securing that capture. And there you go. That's gonna be the show so far. 7D's getting the proper push, getting it all the way for that full cap. But still, Bhava with a respectable defense. A minute 51 isn't the biggest time back. In the meantime, guys, let's just swap the sides real quick. And there you go. 7D's now gonna be on that defense. Bhava on the attack. But it seems like every small thing that 7D's is able to get ahead of the Bhava squad, it is really playing so well to their strengths. Bhava was playing so well by the archway. They were defending, they were making sure the high ground wasn't getting flanked, and they were setting up for the Blizzard. But unfortunately, that eat there from Nozzle allowed everything to just cascade from 7D's. They took care of the Blizzard, they took care of the Amp Matrix I-Field setup, and they just pushed in. Same thing for that third point, did the same, even though they lost members this time. Bhava just unable to actually push forward, even fights all throughout. 7D's, what I believe was never really at the number disadvantage. It became like 6v6, 5v5, 4v4. They're able to protect each other to a good degree. But anyway, we are going to be going on the attack of Bhava this time. 7D's looking to play the standard composition yet again with the Hanzo, with that Mei, double shield of course, and the Zen Baptiste. Now the real question is, what's going to be the meta into the first week of the Overwatch League? And another thing about that, it's going to be on YouTube now, guys. Now I feel I'll miss Twitch. I will miss Twitch a lot. I love how Twitch is, but at the same time, going on YouTube, it's a very open market. It's a very accessible market. Being on YouTube means I like on the go. It's so much easier. And you know, YouTube has always been the thing for videos. Might as well do it for a stream or two. That's not it. That's not all. It is the Overwatch League, COD League, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft. And right now we are going to have a war on the streets of Kings Row yet again. Good separation off the Smile. But at the same time, Easy Clap going for the top up. Here we go with the freeze. I feel will go down. The Orisa dead for the count. And Easy Clap tried his best, but he just couldn't succeed. It was too much damage being done onto the Orisa. At the same time though, rotation here and now from Unknown as well as Soccer. It seems like they're going to be playing a little bit of the footballs all the way up on that high ground. And Nozzle in the meantime going for the toss as much as possible. Looking at positioning here and now for both sides. 7D's side decided to play on to the forefront. They're going for the front line. They're trying to make this a 4v6 scenario and make sure Linzer cannot get a headshot or two. But seems like Linzer is able to thread that needle. Gets a frag already onto Ramono. Going to that high ground, trying to lift on up above Smurf. And the Hanzo quite low already. I have Infrasight. So useful to know exactly where Smurf is going. The Hanzo in such a bad spot, cannot go down at any point in time. And there you go, just boosts on enough machine gun fire to get the takedown. In the meantime, the fight isn't over yet. Seems like 7D still has an ace in the hole. It is going to be that Amp Matrix. In the meantime, rotation here and now from Bhava onto the hotel. But that double sniper on the inside might get punished here and now by Ramono, because the Mei in the proper spot, in the proper element. First take though taken here and now by the Bhava squad. But FES Academy looking like they still have a lot to learn so far. One tick taken, yes. But going into the icy chambers of that Mei, not the best way to go about things. Still though, they were trying to get that takedown. You can see the Discord orb onto Ramono and trying to get that focus fire going. But 7D's able to realize the situation, move on in, and gets those takedowns there and then. In the meantime though, shots now keeping on coming here from Jinja. Orisa has been working as hard as possible to keep the protection on. In the meantime, Nozzle on that high ground yet again. The Sigma has been absolutely impressive so far with a number of abilities. Still though, Linzer able to get into the forefront. Here we go with the Blizzard though. This time it does get eaten. Ramono gonna get the freeze on down. Trans though in response, forcing the Flux on out here and now. And in the meantime, Smurf with a Dragon Strike as well. 7D's forced to use their ultimates. Very questionable Dragon Strike there from Soccer by the tail end. Just looking for a frag or two. Unknown in the meantime will get staggered as well. And a team kill here for the side of 7D's. Did we get a replay of that? That's gonna be the real question. There we go. Flux into the Dragon, landing on down. Getting a flurry of kills by that point. And the Dragon Strike, just a little unfortunate that Soccer using it in that manner. But I digress, still an opportunity here for FES Academy. They are not out of the woods yet. They are not done. Minutes still is an opportunity. And the Supercharger can be a playmaker. 4 on the inside already, and they take care of Smurf. Linzer going for that flank. Amp Matrix in the wrong spot. Smile gonna be setting up that shield instead. But the Orisa all alone in that situation. And it seems like it's a tit for that scenario. I block the Amp Matrix, and I take you down in response. Here we go though with the I Field Flux in response already from Unknown. Transform awesome, keeping everyone topped up. And Ramono getting the shot yet again onto Zenyatta. 30 seconds left. 7D's willing to give up a tick. But no, they are actually going to step on. Playing it slow. Playing it so smart. And not rushing into the forefront. They're not going to panic over one tick. And that is going to be another Hanzo going down. Now do or die time here and now for Bhava. They don't want to be in a 2-0 hole. But they're not swapping to any speedy players as of yet. It's going to be up to the Orisa to march on with that fortified. But immediately gets evaporated. And Bhava cannot touch. 7D's will take a second map. And are we going to be for a 3-0 here and now, ladies and gentlemen? Or will we get the reverse sweep that we always love to see? Play of the game though does go over to Smurf. And we'll see how this is gonna pan out. Dragon Strike comes on through. Doesn't even need to look. Climbs the wall. Gets 2 frags. That shot on the Soccer though. Very well executed. There you go, 2 for 2 though. Good healing there from Shrine. Smile also trying his best, but just couldn't succeed. Left all alone, and it seems like we are gonna have a potential sub here or reconnect for the side of Bhava. Hasn't really been the best series for them so far, but we'll see if they can bounce back. In the meantime though, let's check out the what do you say, the maps yet again, because this is another win for the side of 7D's. And of course, on King's Row, you always want to feel confident taking the best map statistically, based on what I remember. There was like that popularity poll all the way back then. King's Row number 1, Lijiang Tower number 2. And honestly, it's a little sad that Lijiang Tower isn't in the map pool. As you can see here, there you go, second map already taken by 7D's, and just one more left. It's gonna be that escort map type into the future. But as I was saying, you know, it's Lunar New Year, guys. It's Lunar New Year. We're celebrating the Year of the Rats by watching some Overwatch, and hopefully we're gonna be able to get another good broadcast tomorrow. But right now, it has been very difficult here for Bhava to turn things around. They get full held on King's Row, basically, unable to get past that first tick. And only Ilios losing the point twice at the start. They had an amazing comeback through the efforts, of course, of their Widowmaker on Ruins. But beyond that, it just wasn't really the best show for them. The real question is, what else does the Bhava roster have in store? I know my boy Rebirth right now isn't playing because he does have his own things, especially on this day. But maybe might be able to get a good substitution on. But I can believe in the Bhava squad, honestly. They have shown that they do know what to do. They do have these opportunities that they're trying to take. But unfortunately, 7D's is just able to stop the smallest of things. Just eating that Blizzard was really the defining point of it. Getting the eats onto abilities, able to block things out, allows 7D's to have that success over the Bhava squad. Bhava is able to trade pretty well, is able to hold really well. That's what I've noticed from them. Their defense, they're able to stall, they're able to make sure that these fights go long. You have to earn the fight from Bhava, but you will still get it. That's the thing. It's like a hard to get lover, basically. You have to earn their respect, you have to earn their time, but you know, you'll get it eventually. You know, the interest is there. It's gonna happen for sure. And yeah, 7D's is just perseverant enough to make things work. So right now, it seems like the Bhava squad is going to be discussing a few things, and we'll give them the time to think things over. We'll be right back. Should just be a minute though. Stay tuned for our third map. Welcome back, guys, and it seems like we are gonna get our next map going. It is gonna be Rialto, and it seems like 7D's is looking to go for the attack yet again. Rialto right now, gonna be a beautiful one. The sights, the sounds, the water, and all of that jazz. So it seems like it is gonna be the case. Bhava on that defense, 7D's on the attack. We're just waiting on for Bhava to get ready. And what are going to be the keys to the game for this one here on Rialto? That first point hold is going to be pretty essential. Having two defenses is the norm, basically. You fight once by the plaza, you fight once wherever by the bridge, and that is going to be the show. You can play far forward if you're looking to do some environmental shenanigans, especially with a very boot-based composition, but usually you play into the choke. It's similar to King's Row second point in that corner bend by the bar, and then you try to come back at the tail end of the plaza. Giving up the space means that they are only gonna have that one defense. But anyway, I digress, guys. Let's go into Rialto. The canals of Venice gonna be a witness for this battle that is gonna be unfolding. Anyway though, it's time yet again for OD Pacific in a 2-0 lead here from 7D's, allowing them one step closer to get to those playoffs. Both sides, I believe, having the same scoreline so far, same in terms of the standings. Let's just check it out real quick. Bhava is a 3-3, and yes, 7D's is also 3-3, and they are actually at the top of their OMW, so they've been having really tough opponents so far. It has been a good show for them. We're looking to march forward, and in the meantime, we only have Bayaba at number 1, Sapagod actually losing for the first time this time. Seems like though we are going to be getting into the next one very soon, as it is going to be Rialto. The corner will be defended of course here and now by Smile Unknown, going to be on that Sigma. In the meantime though, on the flip side, still that very safe composition here for 7Ds. Orisa Sigma going into the forefront. Mercy Farah, Ramona and Awesome have been doing such a good job together in the skies. And what better place to play by the roofs of Venice, as Ramona floating on in yet again and be going for the duel against Soccer. Last time we saw this, it was Ramona taking the match handily. Will it be the same scenario? Look at that! Ramono getting 2 beautiful shots in a row, and that is going to be a takedown on the Soccer. What a shot! What prediction! And what a show of force there from the side of 7Ds. In the meantime though, Smile looking to set things up. Here we go with the halt already. Shot keeps on coming onto the high ground. Does go Nozzle. And the Sigma able to just take advantage and look at everything coming their way. In the meantime though, Smurf gonna get that takedown off the 1, make that 2. Linzer though, fragging out, and finally Soccer able to get his revenge. Still though, 7Ds is in a prime spot to push all the way to the end of the plaza. They're coming closer and closer to that bridgeway. Nozzle though gonna spot out Linzer. The stun connects immediately. The Widowmaker drops down to the Orisa. Will it be enough for the top up? Yes, it is. Shrine on that Moira gets enough done. But Smurf, another shot from the side. Gonna take care of easy clap. And this is 7D's applying pressure on both fronts. Still though, opportunity here and now for Smile to push forward. They know the numbers is not gonna be too forefront focus. It's not gonna be the Vanguard there as tanky as possible. And Bhava gonna be able to defend so far. The rotations here and the flanks from 7D's actually hurting them over, keeping them into the fight. The moment Bhava realized that Orisa was basically all alone, they decided to push into the Centaur and get the takedown there. So great call here from Bhava. It seems like they are finally finding their footing after 2 maps. And we'll see if they can hold steadfast and take this map win. In the meantime though, we still can't believe in 7D's. Amphatrix is available here now for Kira. And Ramono coming closer and closer to the barrage. The problem with the flanks a while ago, it just took way too long for them to get any real value. Good positioning there, honestly, from Bhava to push forward, to find the opportunity and be protected from all the angles. But right now, it is going to be 7D's doing the same thing yet again. And this time with successful results. 2 frags on the board. The clock tower not going to help the far anytime soon. And Smurf going to get that takedown instead. The Widowmaker, of course, such a big threat against any far play. Ramono, though, still floating around. The Orisa out of position. Gonna get taken down. And well done here and now to the side of 7D's. They get that first point. 4 minutes yet again. Beautiful shot though from Linzer to stop the onslaught that is Ramono. And well, yeah, that was their old team name of all things. But as I was saying, guys, from the previous map, it really does have the same storyline. Bhava makes it a hard fight. They show that they can tangle with the best of the best, but they are still unable to get that decisive victory. They were able to get that stuff once, but not twice. 7D's was able to play their strategy by that second engagement. Wasn't really respected by Bob by that point. And in the meantime now, they will try to go for that coalescence to keep the top up going. Will it be enough though? That's going to be the real question at by this point in time, because Unknown is going to be in the front line yet again. Supercharger now backing a punch. Very dangerous here now for the Sigma. And he's going to go for the Flux. Gets the lift sure before he dies. He can't do that into the new patch, ladies and gents. But it's a 1-for-1 trade. Smurf, Ramono getting back on the board. Rialto now just getting overrun here and now by the Japanese team. And 7D's going closer and closer. Ramono though gonna get shot down by Linzer. It seems like Linzer, he doesn't care where you are. If he has the steady hand, he will pull the trigger! And 3 frags on the board for the Widowmaker. Make that 4! This is gonna be the Linzer show by this point in time. And Bhava can thank their Widowmaker yet again for another bailout play. Well executed here from Linzer. Calm, steady hand, pulls the trigger, gets the takedown. So Anyway, those two frags onto the far end of the window. The Mercy dies. The Batiste gets shot through. And that was really an impressive shot, regardless of it's not being a headshot. As that was a kinetic grasp in the face of Linzer. Nozzle trying his best to protect. Just didn't pan out.
No one can.
And right now,
hide
Linzer
from my
looking around,
sight.
pops the infrasight already, gets a tangle on to that Farah. An immediate headshot onto Awesome will force 7D's to rethink the strategy. They have to get this Widowmaker, they have to respect the sidelines. They need to make sure that they are protected in so many situations. Anyway, Barrage is available, they will have that Flux and Amp Matrix as well. In the meantime, they are looking to get in position. Here we go with the shield play yet again. The Rock Barrage is available here and now from Ramono. 3 ultimates on the board here for 7D's. Same scenario basically for Bhava. They are going to be coming so close to that Valkyrie. But Shrine getting stunned up already by the Accretion. Here comes 7D's yet again, coming closer and closer. The Orisa's tangoing. Still though, this is very dangerous here for Jinja. Smile getting that takedown there. Ambage still onto the high ground. Nozzle going for the shots as well. Still though, the Farah as well as the Mercy rotating around. Barrage is available here for Soccer. And Linzer yet again going onto the board, going to the scoreboard saying, hey, I want the recognition I deserve. And he's been able to get the shots to go for those final blows, to go for those takedowns. And this is looking so good here for Bhava. They have really stopped 7D's in their track. And the moment Linzer fragged out, that was just the momentum going in their favor. Now respect is called. Double sniper here for Ramono and Smurf. They are going to swap things over. Try to get the snipe onto the Farah, but I like the positioning here from Soccer. He's playing by the U-bend. It's a little difficult to actually play double sniper by this exact point on the second area. The Daks are great. The bridge is great. But this area is just so dark. The Farah can hide in so many situations. The Barrage can come out of nowhere, and Soccer is just looking to do that. Valkyrie though from Awesome already. Ramono not looking up. Here we go with the shots though. And Ramono actually taking care of Linzer. First casualty is the biggest target. But easy clap, giving him a chance yet again. Still though, here we go with the barrier. Well played there from Nozzle. 7D's having the opportunity to go for the push. Trying to get in the face of that Sigma. Overtime now gonna take away, lifting Unknown up. Will get that takedown through the Storm Arrows. In the meantime, Smurf, Infrasight is prime. Can Linzer get some frags all the way on the other side? But look at that already. Very well respected, honestly. Smurf pops the Infrasight, makes sure he knows where Linzer is, and immediately, there we go with the barrier. There we go with the Hyperspheres. Beautiful shot though on the Shrine. Takes care of the Doomfist as well. And the Reinhardt here and now from Unknown. Very desperate for the side of Bhava. They're trying to defend this one as much as possible. It seems like though it's just not gonna pan out. 7D's is pushing, is marching, is gonna be a red onslaught by this point in time. And Unknown has the hammer, but it will fall. Here comes the Tracer right here, right now from Soccer. And a little desperate there, honestly, from Bhava. They swap things out, they go for different heroes, and this will reset some of their ultimate charges. But I guess it was gonna be a worthwhile effort to try and hold on to that second, because they were feeling so proud of that second point hold. Linzer, as soon, I mean, I've been saying what he did for his team for quite a while already, but you can really see the linchpin of this team by this point in time. Interesting swap though. We are gonna see the Far yet again here for Soccer, playing on the insides. It is gonna be a little cramped though. We'll see if Soccer can get some proper shots going, because the double sniper of course gets a little less effective into the internals. But getting the flank there, and then from Smurf gets a shot onto Linzer, exactly what they need here for the attacking side. In the meantime, already Nozzle on points, and that's something that Sigma has been able to do. He's always in position for the Vanguard, he's always in position for those shield flanks, and he's always in position to get in the way for any free shots in the first place. Anyway, those spawn advantage here and now, and Linzer onto the Hanzo yet again. Gonna be bailing out his team. A double kill to start things off, staggering the Orisa as well. That is gonna be a takedown there on to Jinja. But 7D's will look to turn things around and change things up. It's Genji into the field here for Ramono. 30 shurikens. Will it make a difference? That's the real question. It seems like it's gonna be all for the cap. Maybe a reflect or two might ban out. So strike on in. They're trying to get the focus onto Linzer. Unable to get it though. In the meantime, Jinja stops on to the payload. Pile driver right now on to 3 supercharge. Though set on up the bongo jump. The target here now for the wrecking ball. But the Flux only gonna get one. Still though, it's enough to get the takedown onto the Batiste. And 7D's gets 2 frags already. Linzer down for the count. Here we go with the swift strike yet again. Smurf fragging out. It's time for 7D's to show their Widowmaker. To show that he can get headshot after headshot as well. Unknown falling on down. Smile the only one left. And shield play all around. Can they Risa stall for time? It's not gonna be the case. 7D's right now onto the Tracer. Linzer swaps over. Ramono getting in the way. And as overtime ticks away, it's gonna be the barrage here. And now from Soccer. Gets dashed down. Gets bursted down by the Batiste. And the only one left is Easy Clap. The Lucio dancing along. The Tracer gets the blink on in. Beautiful charge there from Unknown. Gets the isolation play. But it's not enough because he has to step onto that payload. Onto that point. And Smile gonna be trying to stay alive. I feel here from Shining will keep him smiling. But the rocket punch actually there from Soccer gets rid of Ramono. Opportunity here and now for Bhava to defend. The wrecking ball though quite low. 4 members already onto that payload. And the opportunity here. Linzer gets in the face of Smurf. Good top up here and now courtesy of Kira 44. And the mines keep on coming courtesy of the red hand side. Pulse bomb to the floor. Gonna get absolutely nothing. Easy Clap so low. Gonna get blown up by the mines. And the I feel too late to save the day. And 7D's is able to grit it out. Finish up the map with no time in the bank, sure. But that was a hard-fought battle, and the war looking to be won so far, here and now, by the Japanese squad.
Initiating match.
This is the true test here and now for Bhava, ladies and gents. They have to get the full cap, and they have to show up on to that second round as well. Will it be enough? So far so good though. DPS line on both sides, having some significant star power. Linzer and Ramono showing so much promise. But seems like Smurf, just at the tail end, brings out the clutch. He's been pretty warm all throughout, but that was really him showing how hot he can be. Linzer though, out from the get-go, feeling the heat.
Ready for battle.
In the meantime, still though, 7D's having the advantage with the Pharah fights. Ramono versus Soccer has been really in their corner in many instances. I believe one of the best plays Soccer has had all throughout the match was playing by the rooftops on that second point, but taking way too long for the barrage, gets blocked up. Good call there from Nozzle. And yeah, Nozzle has been so impressive on the Sigma. I don't really know who my MVP is so far because both sides having some clear-cut strengths. And 7D still has been showing that there are really no chinks in the armor. They've been shining, shimmering, splendid. And now to the high ground they go. Ramono versus Soccer yet again. Going for the Pharah versus Pharah. We'll see if it's gonna pan out anytime soon. And Ramono has shown flexibility. He went for the Hanzo, he went for the Genji. He's proving to be the flex pick here and now for the 7D side. In the meantime, let's Linzer play Widow. Come on, guys. Spec Linzer and spec this Widowmaker. It's time to get the sightlines going. Sees the Widow onto the other side. Pixel perfect could have been it. But the good crouch there from Smurf keeps him into the fight. In the meantime, seems like Ramono is busy bombarding from above. No casualties as of yet on both sides. Shield play is a go from the 2 tanks. But Unknown now going on to the inside. Beautiful hit here from the side of Soccer, but Smurf immediately gonna wipe the smirk off their face. Gets the headshot onto the Pharah. Here we go with the Halt. Smurf getting that first frag there and then didn't get too much after that one, but it is gonna be alright as 7D's is able to get in position. Without that Pharah support, there isn't gonna be much pressure from different directions, and they can just focus where the tanks are. They can focus where the Widowmaker is, and their defense will be able to hold in this narrow area. Anyway though, fun's not over yet. A minute elapsed already. Jinja trying to defend. Beautiful shot though from Linzer after the halts. But Ramono getting things back. So both Widows out for the count. As I said before, 7D's has been so good at keeping the fights even. 5v5 right here, right now. As we do have Bhava trying to go for the push. Easy Clap though, getting the rest on Ramono. As well as Jinja getting back on the board. And here comes the Pharah. Does not care where Linzer is. But Linzer will be able to punish that one. You can't disrespect a Widow of this caliber. Smurf though trying to do the same. Here we go with the shield play. And Ramona will be coming back from spawn, I believe. Can the rest happen? Seems like it's not the case. Opportunity honestly here for Bhava. Can they get the push? Can they find the angle for Linzer to pop off? Then they get Soccer, the proper spots to get those rockets going. Barrage though available here and now for Ramono, and you can really see that Blue Para is struggling in this scenario. 56 only at Paychecks here and now. I-fields are set yet again, and here comes Ramono with that barrage. He's gonna let it rain down as soon as the I-field goes. Linzer will get lifted up as well. Nozzle gonna get that takedown, and 3 ultimates, 4 and 5 actually. It's a lot of ultimates here used by 7D's, and this is gonna be Bhava. Sure, they're a little spicy, they're a little salty that they lost that fight, but they are going to be happy about the amount of ultimates that came out here and now from 7D's. 5 ults on basically cooldown by this point in time. Gonna need to get that charge on up. It's gonna be about all mechanical skill here and now. The supercharger will make it a little easier, of course, but the shots need to connect. They can't rely on really big AoE by this point in time. And Smurf was watching the angle we weren't, and gets the frag onto Linzer, skating the rooftop right here, right now. Rialto having so many shenanigans, especially with the Ice Wall Symmetra, but it seems like we're not going to see it here in the OD Pacific, as a minute has been remaining here and now for the Bhava squad. That's all they have left, and they are going to try to cash out with that Flux. Lifts up the Sigma, and oh, Unknown actually going for a Mona by that point in time. Very ambitious. Just doesn't pan out though. I-field now set yet again. Direct hit connecting. Soccer down for the count. Smurf gonna get that headshot. And on the flip side, here we go with the supercharger from the side of Bhava. But they are losing members. They are running out of time. Ramono is just fragging out yet again. And small little reset here for Bhava is just completely necessary. Resto on the shrine, and the Batiste and the Mercy trying to keep each other alive will actually pan out because Nozzle is looking for the punish. The Batiste gonna struggle, of course, in terms of that firepower, but Nozzle not gonna be paying attention. Gets fragged down by Linzer instead. Beautiful pincer attack. It's just not gonna be enough. 70s out for blood, and they can taste their prey just bleeding out. 5 seconds left. Can Bhava turn things around? Can he get the touch? Or will 70s take the sweep? It seems like that's the case. 70s with the match point. 3-0. GG's all around. And the Japanese squad has shown how impressive they can be. Bhava putting up such a good fight. Honestly, the score line is not a good indicator of this match. The play of the game goes over to Linzer. This was really the bailouts that his team needed. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. You can't expect heroics from a single guy every single time. And well done there. 3-3. 70s takes the victory. And a good show all around from both sides. GG, well played. And in the meantime, let's just digest that series real quick before we go. So first thing first, MVPs. Bhava. Pretty obvious by this point in time. That Widowmaker of Linzer. So good. Twice able to bail out his team. Once on Ilios, once on Rialto. Just so impressive from Linzer there. But just 7D's having the full package, honestly. There weren't really any big weak holes there from 7D's. They're able to show up. I feel like the one thing 7D's showed that they could struggle was remember on Rialto, right? On that first point by the plaza, they went for all these flanks, but they weren't really getting the kills. When you need to go for the flanks, you need to make sure that those flanks pan out for kills. You can't stall, you can't wait, because they got run over by their Orisa rather got run over by the opposing Orisa and the rest of Bhava. And honestly, Bhava was very well protected by being inside the main staging point. By being inside the plaza, it was so easy for them to fight on as much as possible. Because everyone was around them, everyone was behind them, but no one could really get the shot. And yeah, Bhava with the last stand basically there. But who for 7D's? The Sigma was so impressive, honestly. But Ramona was really, really good too, especially on that Pharah. Maybe I'll give it to Ramono for once, because I've also been fanboying about the Sigma plays so many times. It really, I guess it's just what you should expect from the Sigma. But we'll give it the DPS today, guys. We'll give it to the DPS. But yeah, Bhava still has a bunch to learn, and hopefully we're gonna see more and better things from them. In the meantime, 7D's on the up and up, just a little more discipline as well, especially on both sides of the coin, in-game and out. And maybe, just maybe, they can be at the top echelons of the Japanese scene as well. Because honestly, the Japanese scene is very small, but is very strong in many instances. Some of their, you could say, middle tier teams are a lot higher than other scenes. And right now, it is really the battle of Japan versus Korea at the top of the ladder here in the Pacific region. But beyond that, guys, that was good one. I enjoyed so many aspects of it. I think my favorite match was King's Row. I like King's Row a lot, especially how Bhava was trying to hold, trying to defend. Rialto was fun as well, but it was like there were points where it just snowballed on in. But yes, thank you guys for tuning on in. Thank you guys for being here. And I hope if you guys are from other teams that you allow me to cast your games as well. I'm looking to do one a day. And this has been, tech wise, it has been very good as well. Besides, of course, the latency issues by being in Japanese server. But I digress. I'm just happy we didn't have issues like last time. And I'm just happy you guys were here to share this with me. It has been a fun night. It has been an amazing way to celebrate Overwatch in the Lunar New Year. And have a happy Year of the Rat. Have a good night. Enjoy the fireworks if they show up. Luckily, there was only one volley during the stream. Beyond that, guys, I've been Dax. You want to support the stream, follow, sub, those kind of things. Check me out on Facebook, Daxcast. And here on Twix, DaxPH. I do Overwatch, I do StarCraft, I'm doing Pokemon as well. And I'm looking to get into some card games, probably Gwents as well as Legends of Runeterra. But thank you guys for tuning on in. Thank you guys for having me here. And I'll see you guys in the next one.